I've been making some coasters for Christmas gifts. So this one is to look like a candy cane coaster with a little pretty little edging. I've got all of these tutorials free off YouTube. So they're quite, this one's not difficult at all. Oh dear, I keep trying to do doubles instead of singles. That's what I do when I swap between the two. So this one here is a pretty doily, not a Christmassy one this time, but it's going to be a gift. Very pretty. They're all coasters done with cotton. This one's a happy cotton, and then I've got baby cotton DMC as well that I've been making them with. Most of these doilies I've been just using leftover cotton yarn that I had from when I was doing face cloths for my soap making business. So it's really good to be able to use some of them up. The only two that I had to buy was the red and the green because I didn't have anything in the Christmas colours that I wanted to do the Christmas ones, so they were just bought at the local Handcrafted store, which they have their own brand cotton, which is this here, and that's what I'm using for the centre here. The rest I've just had. So I showed in a couple of podcasts ago, I showed these little pouches, or notion pouches, or makeup bags or whatever they want to use them for a couple of colleagues and a lifelong friend that I've had. And then I'm going to just add either a couple of the doilies or a single doily, doily, the coaster, and then I'm going to get another couple of little bits and pieces from a gift shop just to put in their gifts. So I always try and have something handmade with any of the gifts that I give. So I think it's always a really nice touch to give them something that they can't make themselves. I am going to have to get myself a new crochet hook. I don't really like these metal ones. I'm getting quite a dent in my finger here. It's very sore and tender, so I'm having to hold the crochet hook differently. And I've got sets of crochet hooks that have the rubbery, handle part, and I prefer them, but I didn't have one. This is a 3.75. I didn't have one of those, so I'm going to have to get one of them at some stage, because it really is best for this cotton. It says 4, but they turn out to be a little bit sort of chunky looking if I do 4mm, where the 3.75 seems to make a difference. See, I'm doing it again because that's just how I prefer to hold it, and it's sore. I always feel a bit sort of clumsy when I hold the crocheting hook this way. I wanted to show you the coasters that I've been crocheting. I had a little bit of a session for about 2-3 days, just in the evenings of playing around and looking up different patterns, and all of them were from YouTube videos where you crochet along with the person. So this one is the one I started first, and it's going to just be my general one that I have on my sofa or couch when I have a cup of tea in the evening. So I just did it in some different pinks and white in the centre. That's done with scraps. All of them are done with scraps other than the red and green I had to go out and buy, of cotton that I had left over from making crocheted face cloths for or washcloths for my soap business when I had it. So that's the first one. And then I decided I'd do some Christmas ones for gifts to go with your gifts. So I've done a Father Christmas one, which is very cute. This red and white candy stripe on there. And then I've done 2 snowflakes, a green one and a red one. The green's not turning out on the camera. I don't know whether when I do the upload it will be fine, but it's definitely more Christmas green, sort of forest green, rather than teal like it's coming across there. So they're all my Christmas ones. And then I just looked up some patterns. Oh no, there's one more, sorry. That one there. So the next ones were just ones I had to play around with that weren't Christmas necessarily. So this one here, I don't know whether where I joined it's quite right, but there's one with two-tone yellow. And this one set's also going to be a gift for somebody who's really likes crochet, and I thought I'd just do 2 flowery ones for her for Christmas. And then the last one I thought I'd finished, and then I still had some time in the evening before I went to bed, so I decided I'd do one of the slightly bigger ones. So I did this one here. Sorry, it's looking a little bit chewed because my grandson last night had a suck on it. But yes, it's slightly bigger one. I think this would be lovely if it was done on a finer cotton with a smaller hook. All of these were done on a 3.75 hook, and they're all I think a DK weight, because it says 4mm, which is usually DK, isn't it? So but this one would be really lovely if you could get a 4-ply, or not sure that we can buy 4-ply cotton here in New Zealand, but it might be possible, so I might have a look into that. So yes, there's all my lovely coasters that I've been working on, some for Christmas, some not. Quite a cool Christmas project.
The first Noel, the angel did say, was to certain poor shepherds in fields as they lay, in fields where they lay keeping their sheep on a cold winter's night that was so deep. Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel. They looked up and saw a star shining in the east beyond them far, and to the earth it gave great light, and so it continued both day and night. Noel, 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 Noel,
Hello, Helen here. I'm just popping in very quickly to just have a talk about my week 2 of Vlogmas. You'll notice that I'm sounding really stuffy. I've had a cold since last Saturday and I just can't seem to throw it. I got it from my grandson on his first day at daycare. He got sick. I looked after him the following day and I got sick. His parents have got sick. My husband's got sick, so we're all feeling a little bit under the weather, but this is my last opportunity to jump in and have a quick little chat before I upload week 2. So I've already shown you some footage of me doing some crocheting of some little coasters. And also I have started using one of my advents, the Elderflower Stitches one. I finished both the things that I'd started, both my whips I finished, which I'll talk about in my next podcast, but I was a bit of a loose end with what I was going to do in my evenings, so I've started the Dust of Snow wrap by Helen Stewart, Curious Handmade, so I'm doing that one there. Because the Advent is a really lovely fade, alternating between tonals and variegated pinks and things, and then it's going to go into sort of caramel colours. It's looking like this at the moment, and I think it's really beautiful. It's just really soft. I decided I wanted white at the beginning and the end, so I went and bought some Ashford's 4-ply merino, and the whole wrap is held with some floof, which is Rowan Kid Silk Haze, and that's just in the colour, whether they've got it. 612 is the number of the colour. It doesn't actually say a colour, but it's the white or natural, and it really, you start off with garter. You're doing I-cord on the sides, and it's decreasing on one side and increasing on the other, so you've got a elongated rectangle diagonal kind of wrap, and it alternates between garter stitch and these two different lace patterns. One's got the holes, one's just got left and right making stitches, and then the slip knit in the middle there, and then you do more rows of garter stitch which integrate the next colour, so you're just changing to a new colour each time, and I'm really loving it. I think it's just beautiful the way it's coming up, and then very soon I will end up going into the lovely caramels, and I'm ending up with about this size ball at the end, which I think is just under 10 grams, 9.8 or something grams. So I'll actually be able to probably make something else with those, something scrappy, maybe a cowl or something like that, and maybe integrate it with a different main colour or something like that. So I'm really pleased that I've got a little bit left over. So I'm now I've just finished doing day 13, so I'll just show you quickly which each of the colours were for this last week at the end after this, and then we'll be into week 3, which is the lead up to Christmas. Hopefully I'll find enough footage to add a third week, and then I probably won't do one after Christmas. I think once Christmas is there, it'll be all into holiday mode, and I've got 2 weeks to to have off from work. For the first time, our library's closing between the Christmas and New Year, and I'm taking a couple of days before Christmas off, so I get 2 full weeks, which is going to be just lovely. So I think before my voice completely cuts out, I'll finish there, and I'll just show you the little bit of me opening my advents. Hope you've enjoyed the week 2 of my Vlogmas, and we'll catch up with you next week. Bye!